Assalamualaikum and a very good day to the honorable judges, respected teachers and the organizing community. My name is Nurki Shairina binti Muhammad here, proudly representing SMK Seksyen 19. It is an honor to have the opportunity to speak about one topic. It is a powerful and urgent topic, which is closing the literacy gap for socio-economic sustainability. But first, let's understand what this really means. According to Oxford and Cambridge, literacy is the ability to read and write. However, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, takes it further. It defines literacy as the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate, and compute using printed and written materials. The word gap means a difference or disparity. Next, the word socio-economy refers to how society and the economy interacts, whereas sustainability means something that can be maintained over time. In short, closing the literacy gap means ensuring everyone, no matter their background, has the skills to read, write, and grow. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to building a strong and sustainable society. The question is literacy a right or a luxury? Ladies and gentlemen, during the pandemic, we worked hard to close the digital divide, ensuring every student had access to a device. But we often forget another basic right, the right to read. We don't blame parents or teachers for children's early exposure to screens. We were all doing their best. But we must now acknowledge that constant screen time fragments attention and weakens focus. As a matter of fact, it is silently eroding a foundation that every child deserves. A strong command and of literacy. Therefore, back to my question. Is literacy a right or a luxury? The answer is, it's a right, not a luxury. That is my first point. My second point is, why closing the literacy gap matters. The issue is not just about education. It's about love. Unconditional love for our new generations, our future, our society at large. We cannot ignore the growing impact of excessive screen use, especially social media and gaming. According to the Sun newspaper, Malaysia, dated on 24th April 2024, Malaysians spend 8 hours and 17 minutes daily in front of screens. We rank second in Asia and 8th globally. Almost half of our waking hours are spent staring at screens. Do you know the global average? It's 7 hours. Now, what about TikTok? For your information, Malaysians' average is 123 TikTok videos per day. That's 123 chances to read a page missed. Do you realize that? Research by Data Reportal and Sleep Cycle 2024 links this habit to eye strain, poor sleep, and even obesity. All of this starts from one small decision, the choice between a screen therefore, let's change the scene. Let's imagine children growing up in homes where books are cherished and where parents are allowed and curiosity is celebrated. Let's teach them to love books before they fall for gadgets. This is because a book doesn't just open pages, it opens minds. Last but not least, schools must lead the catch-up mission. Ladies and gentlemen, every child deserves a learn. Every child deserves to thrive. Yet, after the pandemic, literacy levels dropped sharply. A report by Juniper Education, based in the United Kingdom, states at 2019, 82% of Year 3 pupils met reading expectation. Unfortunately, by 2021, that number had fallen to 68%. That's not just data, that's a crisis. Hence, schools must respond, not with excuses, but with solutions. Catch-up programs, differentiated learning, small group sessions, and one-on-one tutoring. These must become standard, not special. No child should be left behind simply because no one noticed they were falling. Ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, closing the literacy gap is not just a dream, it is a duty. It is a duty to be shared by parents, teachers, schools, and the whole community. It's a call to unite the literacy. Together, we must reduce digital dictionaries, spark for love, for reading, and deliver focused support to every learner. But we need more. The private sector must rise too. Reading campaigns support literacy drives and invest in our future leaders. Let's act now, not tomorrow and not next year. Because let's build a reading generations together. Because when we close the literacy gap, we open the door to the sustainable, empowered and united Malaysia. As the saying goes, we reap what we sow. With that, I will end my speech. Thank you for listening.